I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon, and we will grow. And I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Sun will make its move in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. Now, why is this nakshatra transit of Surya important? One of the reasons is that Uttara Phalguni is a nakshatra ruled by Surya Dev himself. And then Sun will be in Leo zodiac sign when Sun enters the Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. The first pada of Uttara Phalguni is in the zodiac sign of Leo, whereas the second, third and fourth pada lies in the Virgo zodiac sign. On 13th of September, Sun will move in this particular nakshatra. This nakshatra is known for its friendly behavior. This nakshatra is known for its ability to create partnerships. It's a kind of a very auspicious and very power-packed nakshatra. It's the diplomacy that comes into play through Uttara Phalguni. It's like the friendship of the king himself. When Sun goes in this particular nakshatra, first of all, the Sun, which was receiving the aspect of Saturn, Sun becomes practical. Sun understands who is the true friend, who is not. And therefore, you will be able to take a conscious decision on whom you can consider your friend and whom you can consider your enemy. That means this clarity will come in your life, and that is a very important clarity. You will also respect your elders. There will be a level of self-discipline that will come in your life. But remember that on 16th of September, just 3 days after Sun transit in Uttara Phalguni, Sun enters Virgo. Now in Virgo zodiac sign, Ketu is already present. Recently, on 4th and 5th, there was a Moon Ketu Venus conjunction which was very disruptive for many relations, caused a lot of mental health challenges to many individuals. But now when Sun enters the Virgo zodiac sign, I will upload another video for Sun transit in Virgo. So please subscribe and stay connected, and also share the video among family and friends, because your subscription really matters, and this is how you and me can stay connected. So subscribe, stay connected. So when Sun enters Virgo, it combines with the energies of Ketu. So now you see, initially it was Saturn impacting from the 7th house, opposition. Now Sun is with Ketu, sacrifice. The Sun and Ketu conjunction in this particular zodiac sign of Virgo, while Sun is in Uttara Phalguni and Ketu is in Hasta, is a typical example that what sacrifices, what initiatives you can take for people whom you consider your friends, your allies, and this is going to test your commitment towards the people you love, the people who depend on you. Let's discuss that in detail. If you want to take my consultation, you can drop me an email. And if you want to book a Kundli PDF report, a system-generated PDF report, that is a 300 plus pages report, that's a roadmap, you can book that from the link given in the description box below. And if you want only the numerology part, that link is also available. Let's start to understand what the Sun has to offer in its own nakshatra while it moves out of its own zodiac sign to the zone of Ketu. Let's discuss. So when Sun enters the Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, you will have this urge to do big for other people. Ketu's natural way of creating detachment also works wonderfully. So suddenly your philanthropic behavior, your behavior to help other people will increase. You will have this strong feeling of community. But on the other hand, this can also detach you from community provided your moon is bad. So if your moon is positive, you would want to give more, sacrifice more. But if your moon is very negative, that means you are unable to handle the energies, then you would want to isolate yourself and put yourself in a bubble. So if you are feeling this sense of isolation, the best way to manage this is that you do some community service. It's a great time to establish business partnership or thinking about business partnership. But again, bringing the energies of Ketu in this scenario creates that old partnerships can break during this time. So if you are very practical, if you are going in one step at a time, you will be able to achieve a lot. But the moment you show ego is when the downfall begins. With respect to career, your professional life will be very positive. It's going from the natural 5th house to natural 6th house. And this can help people who want to prepare for government examinations, who are trying to aim government projects and government jobs. And with Ketu in picture, the only difference is that you may have to sacrifice something in order to achieve. Say, for example, if you want to get that government job, you may have to leave your hometown and go to a very remote location. So that is one thing that comes as a clause. On the other hand, health-wise, it wants you to focus on your internal health, on your mental health. It's more like soul realignment. But in order to sacrifice something or achieve something that is on the other side of the spectrum, you will tend to ignore your own self. So this is where you can lose your identity also. So while you want to achieve something, you have to understand why you want that and why are you giving your 100% towards achieving that. Otherwise, it may impact your health, immunity might fall down, and there will be a nudge from the stars, a push from the stars that, hey, it's the high time to focus on your health. And especially people who have problems related to nervous system, eyes, bones, should be careful. Now, if you are into an organization, if you are working in a corporate sector, if you are working in a company as an owner or as an employee, you will expect some big changes. You will expect leadership changes. You will expect role changes because of the one is Sun in Uttara Phalguni, which wants to restructure it positively, but Ketu's energy are going to tear it apart. So it's more like you are breaking things down to rebuild. So that means it is also going to impact the construction business, the redevelopment business, and you are going to see some quite good things in that area if you're working, and also in the space of Vastu, interior designing, where you remodel your house. All that is going to shine bright when Sun is in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. Now, on the other hand, your discipline might be tested here. You have to be ambitious yet disciplined, yet not so ignorant about your health. So it is okay to achieve something. It is okay to sacrifice. But if you die, what's the point of achieving? Correct? The achievement only matters if you exist. If you're on bed, down with fever, with some disease, achievements really don't matter. So think about it. On the other hand, the traditional role plays a very important part in this. See, Ketu has two things. Number one, it detaches. Number two, it is the root. So see the polarity of Ketu here. On one side, this is going to impact people where they will want to explore their true behavior, their culture and traditions. On the other hand, there will be certain sect of people who will reject their existing traditions and belief and maybe move to a new zone altogether. Totally depending upon how your horoscope is, how your sun is placed. If your Surya is powerful, if your Jupiter is powerful, you are going to stand for your own belief system and you will be exploring more. It's more like archaeology. But on the other hand, if your Surya is weak, if your Jupiter is weak, then it means that you might reject your belief system, you might feel disheartened, you might feel that this is not right and something else is needed, and therefore you can become a spiritual explorer. So that is also something that can happen during this time, but you have to be very careful whom you consider your guru. Financially, this is going to be a good time. I won't say it's a bad time, and creatively also it is something where you will have to think out of the box solution. Remember, Sun with Ketu is Grahana Yoga. It's a eclipse time. And on 16th, Sun enters Virgo in Uttara Phalguni joins with Ketu, and then on 17th, while Sun is in Uttara Phalguni, Pitra Paksh begins. That means you should pray to your ancestors, you should offer something, you should do the Tarpan and all those related activity as per the rituals of the Shraddh and Pitra Paksh. That means fortnight dedicated to your ancestors. Now let's discuss quickly how it is going to affect your ascendant. Watch this video as per your ascendant, which is your Janma Lagna, the ascendant, which is the rising sign. And if you don't know your ascendant, you can also watch this video as your moon sign. That means the zodiac sign where moon is placed. Just the difference is that when you watch it as per your moon sign, the effect will be more emotional rather than in real life. Do not watch this video as per your sun sign, as per your date of birth, or as per your Janma, Nam Rashi. It is only as per ascendant or as per moon sign. Let's discuss. Aries ascendant. For Aries, your fifth lord goes in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. It's very good to focus on your studies and do certifications, but you will have to be careful if you have children. You have to be careful about your relation with your children. Take care of your eyesight. Don't indulge into too much of digital activity because your eyes and your brain can take a hit. Also, this is the time where you can start new projects, whereas giving up your current responsibility. Take one step at a time. Be careful while you plan. Also, this can affect your relationship with your boss and supervisors in a negative way. So, if you are going to communicate with them, communicate wisely. This is the time to establish a rapport, not go into a fight. For Taurus, this is more like your fourth lord going into Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. If you have matters or fight happening between family members related to your property, that can be resolved during this time. This is also the time when you will have to give up the comfort zone in order to go into new learning. So if you are in a situation, if you are a young person, learn as much as you can, especially the hands-on, the on-field work, because that is going to affect you and your life positively. Your career will be boosted, but you may be feeling a bit restless during this time. Now, combine it with the Venus and Ketu in the 5th and Jupiter in the Lagna. This might mean that you are feeling the jitter in relationship, and that is making you take some wrong decisions. Have patience, because one wrong step can destroy relationships. The health of your mother can make you worried a bit. Gemini. Now, for Gemini, this is more like third lord going in Uttara Phalguni. Great time to establish new friends. Great time to travel and create some memories. This is also the time when you will leave your home to establish new career. This is also the time when redevelopment can happen with your own home. You may just feel detached where you live with your surroundings, and you would want to explore new things. Nothing wrong, but don't reject just because your emotions are not in the right place. Show humbleness, eagerness to learn, and show some adaptability. For Cancer ascendant, the second lord is in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. It's more about finances. It's more about cutting down the expenses. It's also about focusing on earning money rather than spending. A third house, Sun in Uttara Phalguni from 16th of September ensures that your actions are behind the scene and your actions are more humble in nature. Otherwise, this can become an ego battle. Your reaction will happen because of your feeling that your self-respect was hurt. You may become reckless during this time, especially this can damage relationship between siblings, cousins, and you may regret that later. So as the more humble you are, the better your life will be. All other planets support the same thing. So remain humble and focus on financial stability. Leo ascendant. For Leo ascendant, Sun rules your ascendant and Sun goes in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. So when Sun, which is your ascendant lord, goes in this nakshatra, it creates an ecosystem where you will be connected to a lot of people. You will be able to explore a family outside your own family. But this also means that you might feel detached with your own people. So that you will have to be very careful. You should not anger people irritate people who live with you. It's like when you make new friends, don't forget your old friends. Your status, your lifestyle will improve, but don't forget where you come from. Otherwise, these planets will keep on reminding you your roots, your origins. But on the other side, this is a very good transit. Sun in Uttara Phalguni is going to give you a lot of name, fame, and sudden rise. Just ensure that you're not fully into ahankar or ego. Virgo. Now in case of Virgo as an ascendant, Sun will be your 12th lord and Sun will move in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. So this means that long distance relationship will come into picture. You will meet your long lost friend. If you're doing export and import and you want to establish a rapport with a new vendor, if you work with a team that sits remotely, that is going to be very positive, but you will have to take great care of your health. Suddenly you may overspend for your friends, nothing wrong, but if you cannot afford, you have to be careful. Also, this may make you focus more on walking and running. Suddenly you may have this emotion of being fit. Everything is fine, but it should not be an enthusiastic bubble that will burst in 3-4 days. Whatever you do, try to maintain consistency because that is what you will lack during this time. In case of Libra, Sun transit will happen in the 11th house in Uttara Phalguni and then Sun will move in the 12th house. This means that this can hit your confidence really bad. Now, because Sun is in the 11th house, as long as Sun is in Leo, you are confident, you are gaining. But suddenly the people whom you relied can leave your side and you are left to search for yourself. You are left by yourself and you will have to do things without the help. So this means that if you are self-dependent, independent, then you will be able to achieve a lot. Say you are a freelancer, it's a very good time for you. But if you are too much dependent on other people, that this transit may disappoint you because of Ketu's presence in Virgo. On the other hand, this may help you relocate to a different country. This may resolve visa issues and this may also help you heal or come out from hospital if you are in hospital from a very long time. But on the other hand, this can affect your eyesight. So if you are already having a deteriorating eyesight, you need to be careful and do yoga and pranayama. For Scorpio, this is the 10th house. Lord going into Uttara Phalguni, very good time for career. Very good time to change the domain, change the career. And when Sun goes in the 11th house, your own friend can backstab you. Say you express something that may go against you. So on one side, you have to have a lot of connections, but on the other side, you also have to understand that Sun in Uttara Phalguni along with Ketu can bring back lost friends or can take away very good friends and turn them into enemies. So don't be surprised if suddenly some of your good friends stop being that good. For Sagittarius, with respect to Sun transit, Sun will be in the 9th house and then in the 10th house. This is a very good transit even with Ketu's placement in the 10th house because the Surya can actually work well in the 9th and the 10th house. In the 10th house, Sun is way more powerful than Ketu. So therefore, Sun even in Uttara Phalguni along with Ketu means that you will diversify. So your career will grow, your roles and responsibilities will change, and yes, your own contribution may be needed much more. That may irritate you a bit. You may not get the fame that you expect, or you may get a fame that you can't handle. Both is possible. Both sides of the spectrum is possible, but nothing in between. So expect either a very strong success or no response at all. In either ways, handle the situation wisely and keep moving with your constant pace. Capricorn. Now in case of Capricorn, Sun transit will happen in your 8th house and then Sun will move in the 9th house. So when the Sun goes from 8th house to 9th house, it is actually very good. But this means that all that you have researched, all that you have data that you have collected, your belief, the fight, the war that you have fought and you think you have won, when Sun goes in the 9th house in Uttara Phalguni, you may have to leave everything and start something afresh. Say for example, you gave your everything in a project, but now you have to leave that project and you are assigned a new task. It may be disappointing, but if you are detached and if you are focusing on individual growth along with the team and company's growth or country's growth, you will be able to achieve a lot. But if you're too dependent on one thing, then this is the message that the sun in Uttara Phalguni will teach you, that it is okay to have a connection, but then you maintain your own individuality. So this is going to make you far more individual than before. A sun, when it goes in the ninth house, its 8th lord going into the 9th house along with Ketu. So there will be some sudden changes in your life. The relationship with Guru or father can get damaged, and you may move far away from your native land during this time. For Aquarius, sun will be your 7th lord going in Uttara Phalguni. On one side, this is suddenly going to balance many things, but as soon as sun goes closer to Ketu in Uttara Phalguni, this can damage your marriage. This can, because of the interference of in-laws, your marriage and your partnerships can get affected. Your business also can get affected on the terms of investment, insurance, multiple people taking the same decision. So you need to create a clear segmentation in your business, in your roles and responsibilities, who is doing what. Otherwise, this is going to create a lot of chaos. A sun in Uttara Phalguni in 8th house means your relationship with the impossible. So there are few things which you want to run away from, but you will be made to face those things. Relationship with father can go for a big toss, so be very, very careful. On the other hand, with respect to relationship, once Venus goes in Libra, things will balance out. For Pisces ascendant, sun will be in Uttara Phalguni in 6th house. This means that if you are in service industry, or if you run a business related to service industry, this is going to be a very good time for you. You will have strong rapport and relationship with your clients and customers, and you will be able to establish a good brand image. But this also means that you may have to let go of certain aspects of business in the future if you really want to focus. So if you're eating too much, like you're trying to take a bigger chunk of the pie, you may have to take a step back and focus on what you can. So if you're more specific, if you are more into being expert at what you do, doing one thing that you are best at, that will be the right approach, and that is what the message with Sun and Ketu in Uttara Phalguni from 13th September onwards. This is more like you focus on your own ability and you sharpen the skills. But this can also impact marriage. If you are focused on too many things, this will impact your business relations, relationship with your contractors, vendors, and even your marriage. So wherever there is a commitment, there you might fail. So ensure that you fulfill what you commit. Delivery is going to be very important. For the students, you are going to face distractions, so be careful. And for the elderly, take care of your health, especially your lower back and spine health.